everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's Austin Hooper's Falcons going up against Graham's Seahawks. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth with, as always, Charles Davis. Charles, a lot of times in the open, we focus on quarterbacks, running backs. What about the tight ends in this one?
Well, I think LR identified it really well because the tight ends are matchup nightmares nowadays. Who are you going to cover them with? Because really, they are pumped up wide receivers who can flat out run and use their body to create bigger plays. Cover them with a linebacker, cover them with a defensive back. Either way, they feel like they have the advantage.
The Seahawks' Blair Walsh is ready to roll, and off we go from Seattle. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Trotting onto the field, here comes Matty Ice. Matt Ryan of the 5-4 Atlanta Falcons. They needed a win last week against Dallas. They got it convincing, 27-7.
And they needed it in a big way. All right, now they're still third in the NFC South. But that division has gotten so difficult, they can put together a streak down the stretch. They can be a major factor, not just in the division, but in the playoffs. But how about this for Matty Ice? The fastest quarterback ever to 40,000 yards passing. How about the names he beat out? Drew Brees and Dan Marino. Matty Ice did it in 151 games.
Impressive. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
Second down following the run. Now it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Defensively for Seattle, they'll line up like this, and they are missing a stud, obviously, in that secondary. Richard Sherman this last week, torn Achilles, done for the year.
Yeah, they're perennial Pro Bowl player, and that is so difficult for them because they've never had to make an adjustment on defense that involved Richard Sherman. He had started 98 straight games for Seattle, right? It played in well over 100 consecutive games. So now trying to figure out how the Legion of Boom, as they call themselves, is going to adjust. This will test head coach Pete Carroll, especially when they have to play the Rams again.
On second down, Ryan hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Bannon in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Second down, here's Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
To throw is Ryan. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Running with a fullback, Coleman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Derek Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts the defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Seattle takes the field. They're led out by Russell Wilson. And the Seahawks sit at 6-3 after a win last week over Arizona. Well, and Bruce Arians, since he's been coaching Arizona, Russell Wilson hasn't lost 4-0-1 to them.
So you think Bruce Arians would love to get him out of the division?
Yes.
Probably out of the NFC?
Yes.
Maybe even out of the league.
That too.
He hurts his team in a big way. How about Russell Wilson? The Cardinals got to him, sacked him 5 times, yet Wilson was still 22 of 32, 238, and 2 touchdowns. And how about that Houdini move he made to throw that pass that Doug Baldwin took almost in for a touchdown? He is absolutely sensational at times.
Concern down the stretch about them protecting Wilson?
They're always a concern about that, but somehow he tends to make it work.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Down, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action. Now Wilson. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So the offense taking over in just a second. But, you know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go 1, who would go 2, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1 and 2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games. And here in the 2nd season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in 1st place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on second down, Ryan. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And hang on here, Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more. Here's they've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ryan to Toilolo for the Falcon first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They will run again with Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Ryan now off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Levine Toilolo, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver's fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
Now Wilson on first down. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. First down, this is Rawls. Fights him off. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a first down following that long gain. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
I believe Eddie Lacy found a home in Seattle because he heard from them that they like him for who he is. A big, strong, physical back. They won't worry as much about his weight as they will about his production and his ability to break down defenses, carrying the ball in tough situations.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on fourth down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And here now come the Falcons. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the 1st quarter of action. It's the Falcons with the early lead. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on second down. Ryan, this will be caught at about the 6. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Here's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, this will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Throwing again, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
first and 10. It's Wilson. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Wilson going to give the rolls. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Blair Walsh on for a long field goal. He's hit from as far away as 56 in his young career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. first down. Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Second down, rolls. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's John Ryan now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Able to slither by. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. All right, gearing up for another drive here. Austin Hooper trots back out. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all three will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 72 yards, and the Falcons add on. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Eddie Lacy coming back onto the field now. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control a game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, on that incompletion, let's discuss San Francisco. They're off the schneid. They beat the Giants, so both of those teams now 1-8. Cleveland, the only remaining winless team in the NFL.
And
again,
for them to get out of the #1 pick sweepstakes, because no one really wants to have that, right? Here's our upcoming schedule. Talk about Cleveland. Jacksonville at Cincinnati, at Los Angeles Chargers, Green Bay, Baltimore, at Chicago, at Pittsburgh. Where's the win?
I think they're going to win this week.
You like them this week against Jacksonville?
They're at home.
I like that one. I'm identifying Baltimore down the stretch.
Oh, you got Baltimore down the stretch. We'll see. I think Cleveland, this is the week. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still third down.
The Seahawks on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Oh,
he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, I want to ask about the game that you worked this last week in Minnesota and Washington. And Minnesota's Teddy Bridgewater didn't play, but active again on the sideline, was very, very emotional, wasn't it?
He certainly was, and I can't even begin to imagine what the road was like. Coming back, the rehab, the lonely days, the pain, all of that, because at one point, he was told he may never play in the NFL again. Yet there he was, dressed out, ready to play. Says he draws his inspiration from his mother, who beat breast cancer, and figured if she could do it, he could as well.
Neat story. He was sidelined for 442 days. Nice to see him back in uniform.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but They took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know, or the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Matt Bosher, seventh-year man from Miami, on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Thomas Rawls getting ready to go here on offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Gets out of a little bit of trouble there with a shifty move. He'll take it up past the 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
They go again with Rawls. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's John Ryan now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Falcons, they have the big lead, and you can't help but let your mind go there. You think Falcons, big lead, second half, they lost a game that they led by 25 in Super Bowl 51, as we all well remember.
And I don't think it's going to change them a whole lot in terms of their mentality, because they were an attack team. They always wanted to be on the attack. And remember, a lot of people thought them staying on the attack maybe cost them in the Super Bowl against New England. But in this case, they definitely have learned that no lead is big enough. So I think they'll go out there with the idea of continuing to try and increase it.
The drive will start with a carry by Freeman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Play action. Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now it's Ryan. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The largest deficit, by the way, the Seattle franchise has ever come back from, 21 points to the Bucs in 2013. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little bias. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Brooks Reed in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Second down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Second down now after the pass completion. To throw is Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Wilson on first down. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. To throw again is Wilson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Seahawks have really struggled out of the gate here. The Falcons have done whatever they want, and they'll just try to keep that up in the second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Taking a look now, early first quarter. Coleman's looking for room to run, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. As they take a 7-0 lead. Falcons with the football late in the first. Ryan's on point with the throw, and this play will go for 6. Falcons up by 2 touchdowns. Now 1st and 10. Freeman's wide open here on the catch. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. Falcons continue to dominate. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing on first down. Wilson. He finds his running back, Rawls. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Rawls. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Fresh set of downs here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacy. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Lacy. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Dontari Poe able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And this one is right down Broadway. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Ryan to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd down following the run. Here's Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, Freeman trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stuffed them on 2nd and short. But if you're the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You've got a whole nother down to pick it up, and maybe even a 4th if you so choose.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A Falcon 1st down. Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Nazir Jones able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Deion Jones able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's John Ryan now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. Running right, this is Freeman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st down, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Wilson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, Wilson. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Wilson will throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing again here. Wilson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. 9 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Seattle first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So the offense lining up first and 10. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. No gain, and it's second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On second down, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
On second down, Wilson drops it underneath for Rawls. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be third and forever. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Freeman again. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Ryan on second down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Wilson. Finding some room at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Throwing
now, Wilson on first down. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Second and 10 now, Wilson going to Rawls on the dump off. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
counter, Devontae Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.